Welcome back. This is Sunday Breakfast right here on ChannelOne TV. It's now time for sports. Bernard Abequatro joins us for the very, very latest in sports. Bernard, good morning and welcome to Sunday Breakfast. How are you doing, my brother?
Good morning. I'm in America. How are you too?
I'm doing amazing.
Yeah, great to see you.
What are the big stories?
Well, this week we decided to focus on the Ghana Premier League. It's having a resemblance with that of the previous season. So we are in the 2025-2026 season. So in the 2024-2025 season, at this point, after 22 games, it was still 5 points, between who was leading the log and the team right behind. We've had 3 different teams trying to look for the title, trying to aim at winning the title. In the last 2, I recall, was Samatex, who showed up in the 2023-2024 season, and the season after that, the 2024-2025 season, was BBNE Gold Stars, and now it's Mediama. So there seemed to be a resemblance in terms of the competitive nature of the league. It's been sustained for a minute. What is happening is that we are having this season's league see a lot of capital injection, and it seemed to not have dropped in terms of standard, that the previous campaign brought. The middle part of the table in the previous campaign had teams between the point margin of 26 to 32. This season it looks 26 to 34. So there's a resemblance in what's been happening, in terms of the competitive nature of this league. And there's a lot to say, or there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this league. Last season's take home was super poor in terms of numbers, the amount that the club was taking home. Forgotten exact figures, but it has seen 300% improvement this season, where government also came into the picture to help with capital injection.
The 1 million.
And the 1 million. So I feel the spectacle on this season. We've not had a lot of disturbances, from teams, especially in relation to officiating. I feel officiating has been...
So do you believe that the overall quality has improved?
Yeah, I feel the overall quality, has improved. And again, we are not close to the busy end of this league. And we pray it ends like this, because in the previous campaigns also, we didn't have issues popping up like that. It's always getting to the business end of the league where clubs know, I'll be relegated if I don't gather the right point. Things are not going, I don't want to be relegated. When I look at my zone, it's tight in there. So what it means is that should a club get relegated, it goes into zones. It does not go into a national league anymore. It gets into zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3. Zone 1 being the northern part of the country, the Techimans, those area, the Brekums, the Bejames, and the zone 2 is the central to a section of the Ashanti region from Obuasi and Cliff down, sweeping through Cape Coast, Takoradi within that range, and a little portion into Kaswa in that range, being the zone 2 and the zone 3 after the Kaswa zones, zooming up to Greater Accra, expanding to all of those areas up here, makes it zone 3. So the club knows that when I descend and come into the zones, it will become very difficult, but the competition, they know it's happening there, because before the season begins, the various teams in the separate zones decide who they feel can come to the league. Why? Because the team needs to be financially stronger. The team needs to be highly competitive. So they assess themselves and know, this team is having the right players to go and compete in the Ghana Premier League. They have the right funds, because in the Ghana Premier League, you travel more. So I feel you know, this season's has been competitive. I don't want to put the picture on the Division 1 league, maybe, you know, another time. But the Premier League has been competitive. We've had a super clash where Accra had to disturbed your Kotoko. You don't have to worry because in the last 6 they've not beaten Kotoko.
Yeah, it's just 1-0.
So it's just 1-0 out of 6 games.
One
it's
goal.
still fair,
I mean,
you know.
come on, it was nothing. Absolutely.
So you know, yeah, the bragging right was on in Kumasi, and last season and the previous, the one who was leading this league won it with 61 points. So I feel Mediama already ran away leaders, 5 points gap, just like last season.
Are they one of the clubs that have impressed you so far?
I feel they've impressed me so far. I mean, of course, Sylvie and Moses Parker, Dr. Tony Obi, we had him, you know, interviewed the last time. They've got an ambition. They want to mimic the structure of the Lalis and coast to make sure they stay, when, you know, in African football, when it comes to the African football, stay at a certain level and compete with these guys. So I feel they are super ready. I'm of the opinion that they are the only club that is having $3 million, you know, injection from Anglo Gold Ashanti, you know, helping them to be competitive in the league. So they have all it takes to be competitive in Africa as well. Attracts the right players, you know, bring in the right manager. They have Ibrahim Tanko, who's an excellent manager. So I feel they are ready for the challenge, and it is that club that can go to Africa and make us proud and be consistent.
Heading into match day 23, what are we supposed to expect? Which teams are playing? And
no teams that are playing a lot.
There are a lot,
yeah.
But what should we, or which team should we look out for? Which games?
I feel we should expect high competition again.
Okay, there it is.
So Heart of Folk, Brecum Chelsea is a tall order.
Who's going to take that?
You know, Heart has been, it's not had a nice form at home. It's been very solid away. Reasons why I went to Kumasi and was able to pull up that trick. But you don't easily beat them because they've gotten the solid defensive fold in the league. And it makes it very difficult to beat them. I predict a draw in that game, not a scoring draw. Maybe a 0-0 away for Hearts of Folk. Another tight game which will be happening is that game. The last 2 seasons leaders, Samatex 1996 and Mediama, and it's a derby as well because of where they find themselves. Mediama wants to win the league, already 5 points stretched on top of the league. And Samatex would want to prove a point because of where they find themselves, and they've been previous champions as well. So it's going to be you know, a crunch encounter at the Century Sports Arena, I believe. With the exception of that, I feel Dreams FC in the other campaign where Samatex won, came second and was strong to, you know, at that point after this match day was trying to also do something awesome in pushing itself to win the league. I feel they are going to beat Dreams at home. Kotoko is going to win against Young Apostles. Shredro All Blacks and Holy Stars. All Blacks, they've been here and there a little. I feel maybe a 1-0 win for All Blacks would work. And Kerala United 11 won the same strength, a draw. Ediana Stars will be winning against Hoho United. And Hearts of Lions, they have one of the experienced managers in the Ghana Premier League in Bashir Hayford. And Gold Stars, my good friend Kukwedu has been here and there a little, and the strengths has really not been that solid, you know. So I mean, he's not happy me saying this, but I feel Heart of Lions, they're going to win against Gold Stars.
Yeah, so that's match day 23.
That's match day 23.
Is that all for Ghana Premier League?
Yeah, all for Ghana Premier League. I mean, we should talk
Moving
about
on to
Arsenal.
English Premier
Let's
League.
talk about Chelsea. Arsenal, they have to win. The manager is saying that they can't wait to play their game today. Look, I think he should measure. I'm being careful with my words. I think he should measure the expectations of this football club, because
why do you say that? I thought they were in the lead.
Repeatedly, we spoke of something. that our father Samuel Atamesa didn't agree when I mentioned it initially.
He's watching, by the way.
Mentality of these boys, they are not there. And now I'm going to receive a message after this show. But Arsenal as a club, and I put the whole structure in fold, they've not gotten a stronger mentality when it comes to winning the league. They have shown that quality not once, not twice, not thrice. They have to do something. And what? Initially, we complained of squad depth.
This is a crucial game, right?
It's important, especially against Spurs, who've gotten a new manager who is taxed to. I listened to Vinay Vitten, guys having a crazy name. You know, look, I listened to him talk, and he says that the magnitude of this football club, the facility available, all the club is looking for is to stay in European football competition. Mm-hmm. And I read again that their sponsors want to leave Spurs. Mm. Why? Because the contract they sign puts them in European football competition. It has clauses that, for example, if you get out of European football competition, this said amount we said we are going to inject in the club would have to be revised, or we'll have to move out. We have to cancel the contract and go our ways. Then there is the bit of if you get relegated, there's no discussion. The contract is abrogated. We leave the club. So Spurs themselves, they are in a situation where they brought Igor to come and improve this football club, to let them back into at least European football. In European football, sit position in the Premier League now can guarantee that. Last season, Spurs and United were struggling in a certain position. This season, United is separated. Even though United started and the manager, Ubinamoru, there was a lot of talks. The club has been able to position itself, Manchester United, not really, of the standard that they should be, but at least they are pushing. But Spurs aren't pushing. Then they complain if they've got a list of injuries. That's why squad depth is important. That's why Spurs is not spending like Chelsea. Well, maybe now Chelsea. It's not spending like United. Of course, United, they spend big. Liverpool, Manchester City, and the likes. So Spurs look into the market and see a young budding talent who can come and do something, and they're able to resell that guy, for a bigger amount. They bring it. They did it to Gareth Bale. They did it to Luka Modric. The name and the list is there. Spurs are in for something important. If Arsenal are not careful, I've seen the league slip. In 2014, when Manchester City obstructed Liverpool to that title. It was 2014 or 2012, one of them. Where City were third. And they were able to, and the point margin was that wide. Someone in the 80 points column, someone in the 70 column, and they were able to come win the league. So it is cagey for Arsenal as it stands. They have to be above themselves to be able to do it. Look, Chelsea, they are sick. Chelsea is sick.
I'm surprised he's so quiet.
Jude knows Chelsea is
I'm surprised Jude is so quiet. He's surprised. Because...
Are you sick? I don't think you are sick.
What's happening? He will use another word to replace the sickness. What is it? What is Chelsea?
We are just inconsistent.
They are sick. If Arsenal is inconsistent, we say Arsenal is sick. Chelsea is inconsistent. What is Chelsea?
Hey,
that's
Director Premier.
Yeah, that's our show.
The director is ruling and
we'll be on air later at 2 p.m. for Football Republic, and then later at 9 p.m. also for Scorecard on TV up until 10:30. There's a lot of sports for you, so do not worry.
All right, Abeku, thank you so much. And to you, our viewers, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate that you did. We will see you same time next week. Bye.